I'm Anthony DeRibas, and I'm running for a Congressional District House seat, Florida's 16th Congressional District, United States House of Representatives. And I wanted to say something that needs to be said. You see, every election we hear from candidates who've worked in corporate offices, climbed management ladders, or stacked up assets worth $1 million and more. And that's fine. There is a place for them. But they are not the people living what the rest of us live every single day. I am the only candidate in this race who is currently living paycheck to paycheck, not 10 years ago, not as some story for sympathy, right now. I'm probably the only candidate who has gotten shut-off notices from the electric company because the money ran out before the month did. I'm probably the only candidate who has had to make use of a food pantry while working full-time. I am the only candidate in this race who has had to pawn a watch just to put gas in the car to get to work. And here's the part nobody says out loud. I've done all that while working a full-time job, and sometimes two full-time jobs, or a full-time job and a part-time job, just to survive. That is the reality of millions of Americans, and it is the reality of far too many people right here in Florida's 16th district and across the nation. But somehow the only people who end up in Congress are millionaires who have absolutely no idea what any of this feels like. I've lived the part of the system that's broken. I've survived it, and I know exactly what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, when it needs to be done. And the truth is simple. We cannot fix a working class crisis with representatives who have never been working class. We have waited long enough. All of us have waited our entire lives for any reasonable, meaningful change, and we still don't get it. Because the people in office have never lived the consequences of the decisions they make. I'm also one of the few candidates, if not the only one candidate in this race, who is actually from here. I am Florida born, Florida raised, and Florida lived. This district does not need another millionaire. It doesn't need another career politician. It doesn't need another corporate candidate pretending to understand our struggle. It needs one of us. I'm Anthony DeRibas, and I sure as hell approve of this message.